Hi guys, it's Melissa from Melissa Loves Orchids. Just came from work and I just so happened to hear a speaker. His name is Dr. Martin Motes on YouTube, and I learned something very interesting. So guess what? I have been watering my vandas incorrectly. Well, I hate when you find out that you've been doing something wrong. Well, I've been doing it wrong, but I love to learn. And so let me tell you what I learned. So there's my violetta, and then I usually take my hose, my sprayer that apparently wants to spray me. I hate this hose. So I take the hose. Okay, back again. So yeah, that helicopter wasn't gonna let me talk. So I take the hose and I start here at this violetta because it's the biggest and it's like the #1 place that I start. Then I do the Schomburgkia or the Mercophilia, whatever it's called. I start here, I continue here, 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 here. I go all the way down the line till I get here. Even the babies. I have some over there in quarantine. So it's a whole other process for them. And then, like one would think is common sense, go back to where you came from and come right back down the line. I end up right here again. Well, I learned from Dr. Motes, not the best way to do it. I sat on the hose. I literally sat on the hose. So I'm going to continue for the sake of putting out this wonderful information, and then I'll go inside and change. Anyways, I was going to take that out, but I thought, you know what? Leave those funny, natural moments in. Why not? Leave them in there. So, I'll tell you again, really quickly. Start over here. Go all the way down the line. Finish over there. This is what I used to do. Start back over there, come back down the line, finish where I started. Wrong. Dr. Motes says that's not correct because they need a break. They need like a minute or so to kind of suck in the water and be ready for you to do it a second time. I would do it a second time, but I wouldn't do it that way. So now I'm going to #1. Go back down the line. Then walk back to #1. I'm probably making you dizzy. And then go back down the line again. Start at #1, then go back to #1 and go in a circle because Dr. Motes said so. And he's like the expert in vandas. They are the family that put together the Redlands Orchid Festival. So they have to know what they're doing. There's a vanda that I have in the cart, but I'm gonna chill for a little bit. But I have a vanda in the cart from their website. Gorgeous, because I think they don't have enough. I don't have enough there. But anyway, so I wanted to show you what's going on. Let me see if I can turn this around. So up next, I wanted to show you quickly this beautiful Cattleya that I mounted onto this lily pad from the Orchid Den. Joshua from the Orchid Den. Here's the information in case you want to look online. They have a lot of other products. They even have plants. And he has a YouTube video with a lot of videos with a lot of information because he's a grower. So look how pretty. Let me see if I can lift it up and not knock it over and show you the bottom. Look at that. Detail on the bottom and everything, and you can see my secret how I attached it. I just used garden twine, I believe it's called. This beautiful plant, if you want to see, I'll put a picture of what it looked like, but it's white and pink. And I bought the little hanger at Home Depot, and for now I am hanging her just right here, kind of under my dendrobium right here. It's getting a lot of light, so what I'm doing is I actually downloaded an app, and as soon as I figure out how to use it, it will tell me how many foot candles I'm getting in certain areas of the patio. I know, so complicated, but it's okay. I'm learning and I'm having fun. So yeah, because basically I learned also that like phalaenopsis take about 1,000 to 1,500, but cattleyas need more like 4,000 foot candles, right? So I'm gonna learn more and make a video about that using the app. So that was my neighbor. Anyways, so this is my Vanda that's been in quarantine that I had to cut the spike off. How sad. Because it was full infested. She was hot pink. She was full of thrips. I hate thrips, by the way. I hate thrips. And then this is the one that is similar to the one that I have over there. So this is what you can tell was it beautiful. I mean, she's still a beautiful plant, but yeah, the thrips kind of, it looks like almost burnt. It looks like she's burnt. These didn't even get to open. It's a really sad thing when you've been taking care of a plant for a while and then she's about to bloom and you're waiting, and then one day that happens. And I look at these plants carefully. I take the time to come outside every day. So that's really annoying to find. A lot more than annoying, but that's all I'm going to say. It's kind of sad. But anyways, that spray that I bought, insecticidal soap, worked. I don't see a trace of anything moving on these plants. They look healthy now. This one got hit the most because they were all over and I didn't even know. But now I've learned, and I'm going to be ready. If they ever come back, I'll be ready with my sprayer to spray them. So I'll tell you quickly what I did. I kind of rearranged the plants because of the incident of the thrips. I thought, you know what? One of the biggest mistakes that I'm doing is having them so close together. So while we're in the process of picking the right pergola and ordering it and all that, I took a half a day and I made sure that there was a lot of spacing between them, just enough so that just in case there's anything that's on one plant, so it doesn't hop over to the other, because a lot of these bugs and stuff. And I also found, what's the little white hairy ones? Mealy bugs. I found a mealy bug on a phalaenopsis. So just in case, I separated them all. They're all separate. So I'm going to do a quick little walkthrough to show you how I separated them, because the worst thing I could do is have them super close together. If one has a bug, it'll jump on the other and then it'll be an infestation. So no. They have more room now and they'll have a lot more room later. So check this out. So I took basically all my cattleyas and I separated them. I do have two oncidiums. I do have the Sherry Baby. The rest are cattleyas. They're in their pots. These, I wanted to show you, are the ones that I got from Home Depot, of all places. Home Depot. And this is what it's gonna look like. It even came with a tag. I can't believe it, from Home Depot. And guess how much they were? $16. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna take two and I put them together. Marls, or is that an I? I don't know. We're in Miami. It might be Maddie's Magic. It's probably Marls. Chief Satisfaction / Pink. So I got that from Home Depot, guys. Two of them. I put them together. They're gonna be the same flowers. I put them together. I hope. Who knows? But I have here a bunch of cattleyas. Two oncidiums at the end. That one's a Sherry Baby over there, and this is a dancing lady that's super old. This one I ordered from Etsy. I don't know if I made the video yet of the unboxing, because for some reason everybody loves unboxings. And I don't know what I did with the tag, but I will look for it. If not, I'll make one. Because I bought tags, as you can see, and I like to have everything with a tag to make sure, you know, what is this? What is that? Oh, nothing. I'm just paranoid. So this one I got from a seller called Triton, like King Triton from The Little Mermaid, I guess. Yeah, and look at this. Pretty tall, pretty big. See? It's like 12 inches tall, and it's supposed to be a VLC King George Serendipity or George King Serendipity. So it looks super healthy. It's not raining. It's not raining. You don't need your umbrella. So I was pretty pleased with this. Okay, I'll be right back. Back to where we were, because you know, kids love to come in the middle of YouTube videos, of course. So anyways, King George Serendipity. Oh my goodness, the colors on this is gonna be gorgeous. I will put a picture because you have to see the colors. Gorgeous. So I just have, you know, my patio petalum, my why not, my maxillary tunifolia, my Oncidium hylo, and this what do they call it, antler dendrobium, forgot what it's called, that has lasted such a long time. Airy Gold Spin. I got this from Judeli's Orchids, and it has been like this for months. It doesn't stop blooming. It doesn't stop. I wanted to attach some dendrobiums on the tree, but I can't because she doesn't stop blooming. And then this beautiful one that's in bloom that I got from the Redlands Festival. I remember making a video about this. I don't know if this is the Gulf Green Hair Pig. Not sure. Any experts, let me know. Is this right? I mean, I see the fringes, but not like I've seen other pictures. But anyways, the point of this was the little tour. So let me go to the other side. So yes, here we still have a mess. They're a little bit crowded, but they are less crowded than they were before. So I try to put all the ones that are in bloom by the window. This is the one I made a video on. That's the mom and the baby still growing strong together. I have not separated them. Some phals down here, and some phals that are on their way out. At least the flowers are. And okay, this crazy one that I bought from RF Orchids. This is the strongest plant ever, I think, because I got her in January, and this flower refuses to fall or fade or get wrinkly or anything. It's gorgeous. This whole thing was full of these, but now this one stands alone, and I feel so bad to remove it. I feel so bad. Phal, Fuller's Sunset, and the roots are growing so spectacularly. It's incredible. She's like the strongest. She's grabbing onto her pot, like saying, I like it in here, do not take me out of here. I had to put a rock in there because she was kind of heavy on one side, but just thought I'd mention her again. Here's my Phalaenopsis bellina. So here's another question I have for anybody who is a more of an expert. Well, I'm not anything of an expert, but anybody who knows what to do here. So the grower from Redlands told me leave her in the moss for a year, and I'm a heavy waterer, so I'm afraid to leave her in the moss. I don't want anything to happen to the roots. My gut is telling me to just put her in bark like I have the rest of them in. I don't know. Is this specific type supposed to be in moss? Is she that small that she needs to stay in moss? If anybody knows, please write a comment and let me know, because I'm trying to find out. I want to do what's best for the plant. I love the clay pot situation. Like, you could already see that the water is coming out. It's pulling out the water, and I have no problem watering as much as I need to, but I don't know about the moss. I usually, as soon as I get them, I take them out of the moss. I can't do the moss. And here we have a little project. So I bought this little hanging, I mean, is it a basket if it's like this? Maybe. Look what I did. I just took some phals that finished blooming. Well, this one is hanging onto this single flower, and I just left it on. But I cleaned them as best I could. I cut away any dead roots, and I said how pretty to have them hanging. At first I was gonna add some moss or something else. This one like kept the shape of the pot and everything. This one was in moss and lost a lot of roots, so it's okay. I'm gonna cut down these spikes because that's normally what I do, give them a chance to rest. And I just learned that it might be much better for them than just trying for them to bloom a couple of smaller flowers at the end. Just cut it down, let them do their rest, and when it's their cycle again, you know, they can bloom again for you when it's their, you know, proper time. So I made this, you know, I just basically put 4 phals on here, and I think it looks so pretty hanging here, and I think they look happy. I know I'm gonna have to water more often because there's no medium. That's okay, but let me know what you guys think. I think this is like a perfect situation. You put them on here, you can see the roots, you can water them as much as you need to. Let me know if you think this is something that I should do again. I think I'm definitely gonna do it again. The only thing is that this kind of mount was like 20 something dollars. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I have like 25 phals inside the house. That's gonna be like $100 at least. Get more of these. Maybe I can come up with something else that I can use, but that looks so pretty. Don't know. I still have the cork that I bought from the Redlands, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna put on it. I have this, and I know it's so pretty, and I'm excited, and I just don't know. I don't want to put a regular phal, even though phals are beautiful. I don't want to put a phal. I don't know what I'm gonna put on it. I wanted to maybe get a mini and get a few of them and put them on there. I don't know. I'm waiting for Ophi to have a little fair because they were supposed to have one last weekend, and then the weather was gonna be super nasty like it's been, and because of that, I think they postponed it. And now I think this weekend they have something going on in Central Florida. I wish I could go, but I can't. And then, I don't know, I'm waiting for Ophi to have something, and if not, I will just have to go shopping around this weekend, like kind of happens almost every weekend. Yeah, I put one of my cattleyas on the tree. It's like a little experiment to see what happens. She looks okay, and it rained a lot today. She looks okay. And I also put this phal on the tree to see what happens. I'm experimenting to see what exactly is the right spot for them. I've already found which is the spot that is not for them. Hence, this poor knee-high with roots growing a keiki, I'm sure, out of stress. Because she's out here, I put her on, and I don't know if she's attached. I don't want to disturb. Oh, something came. Sorry, that was a spider. I love nature. But anyway, this is not brown and dry yet, which is amazing. I don't understand. She has no leaves. That's the weirdest thing. There's nothing but a little baggie of roots. And when it rains, she gets wet. And if it hasn't rained in a while, then I come and I water them. And I think I've even put fertilizer on her, and she just doesn't want to die. And I'm not going to take her down until I know that she's dead. I'm going to try my best to see if maybe she can make it. But I put my oncidiums on here. But on this tree, they are suffering. Look at this. They're crying. The dendrobium looks okay. Just okay. Not great. This one looks bad. This one looks bad. And it seems to me that out of distress, it's blooming again. 3 little blooms over here. 3 little blooms over here. I don't want it like that. I want to make sure that she's in a place that she's happy. Like these look like my squirrels. I have a squirrel family up here. It looks like my squirrels have decided to take a bite, which I hate that. Here's my other dancing lady. She looks good. And this is the original one that I put up here on the tree like a year ago, and it has attached, got stressed out, got sunburned, got chewed up by a squirrel, growing a keiki. anything but blooming. It's not gonna bloom. I get it. But I just want her to survive and see if, you know, she's already stuck on there. I do see that. Looks like root growth. So that's good. But, And then again over here, the macaras that seem, oh wow. That's big progress to me. Wow. That makes me happy. She is finding a way to attach. This is 1 out of 3 that I got from Mr. Vanda, Lady Vanda. She wasn't there that day, but my husband was. This one doesn't look that hot, and the roots, although they're growing, they're not attaching. And this one, he kind of handed it over and said, "Here you go. I don't know. You could just have it." You know. Plus, I almost fainted in the tent. That's a funny story. So the day that I went to that Ophi fair, yeah, it was really, really hot, extremely hot. I wasn't prepared. Maybe I was dehydrated, and by the time I got to the Lady Vanda tent, I pretty much almost passed out. I almost passed out. I was there with my mom and my sister-in-law, and I literally said, I was holding on to the side of the tent like this, and you know how tents go? They're like super flimsy. I was holding on to the side of the tent, and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna faint. And very quickly, Mr. Lady Vanda offered his, you know, outdoor chair. He's like, have a seat, I have a fan. And so I got the fan, I got the chair for a few minutes, and then Carlos from Ophi's brought me a bottle of water. And I didn't faint, but I felt pretty bad. Even though I felt bad, I still bought a few orchids. And then I went home with those, and that's that story. Anyways, word to the wise. Go to these little fairs, hydrated and ready for anything, a little snack, whatever, because it gets hot. And if you're intense like me, I was like, I'm not leaving until I see every single orchid and pick what catches my eye. And yeah, I almost fainted. I almost fainted. And even after that episode, the plan was to go to another place called Whimsy Orchid, and it's like more of a private cellar. It's an older gentleman, Jim, Bill, John, I can't remember his name, but we went over there, and again I was like, oh, the heat. And it's literally, this place it's a private home, and basically you have to call him and make an appointment. It was very exciting. And you go and you call him. I'll put the number if I can find the card, because someone gave me a picture of the card. I don't even have the card. And from that picture of the card, I called, and then I said, can I come by and see your orchids? And he's like, sure. And I'm like, but I'm sure it's like cash only or whatever. Nope. He's modernized. He's an older gentleman, but he's modernized. And he lives there, and in his backyard he has a beautiful orchid greenhouse hanger thing. It's huge and has every single thing. His private collection is gorgeous. I do plan on going back there, but again, hydrated, and you know, hopefully I won't be in fainting condition. But anyways, I'll leave you for now. Please comment, tell me any video that you'd like me to make. I know you're probably like, but you're a newbie, what do you know? It's okay, I'll find out, I'll learn about it, and I'll put it in a video just for fun. Like and subscribe, thank you. By the way, subscribe. I don't know what I said. Subscribe and like. Thank you, bye.